First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans Saints. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second and 10 now. Peterman over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They go back to Abdullah on first. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now it's Peterman. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
All right, now look at 56.
Now the former Notre Damer, this is C.J. Procise. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. On third down, Peterman. It's caught. Nelson. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now.
On first down, Abdullah. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there, and that takes us from second to third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Saints on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Peterman. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. The tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Back to throw Beathard. Under pressure now, and Beathard goes down to the turf. DeJuan Smoot in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep your quarterback upright. Didn't work on that play.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Beathard. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKinney. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. After the interception, here's Peterman. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On second down, here's Peterman. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Saints on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Peterman to throw. Caught by Nelson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play. Now a play fake here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Second down, Peterman. Over to Landry on a bubble screen. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, He was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Now Peterman on second down. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
No, Jack, Patriot!
They'll try to run down here with Procise. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Amir Abdullah, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dante Fowler from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. They'll throw here. Beathard firing quickly here, and that's complete. Finding room at the 30. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Here's Beathard to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. DeJuan Smoot in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now Peterman on 1st down. Lets it go for Nelson. It got his man complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Fresh set of downs here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll throw on 1st down with Peterman. Past the 20. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. Give him 30 yards there. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. To throw is Peterman. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
Again, it's Peterman. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
They talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the 1st half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Off the play fake. Here's Peterman. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
2nd and 10, Peterman again. And his throw here's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Peterman looking to throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. They find some open field here. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. And that makes it 14-10. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Play action. It's Peterman. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line.
That's Detroit!
A handoff to Abdullah. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
22.
From the shotgun, Peterman. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Let's go!
Now Beathard. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. They go play action here on first down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. George Kittle, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers add on to their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to...
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now McManus on to kick this one off. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Third and short, it's Procise. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They'll look to throw. Out to the left here to Reed. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. But he will not be able to bring this one back in the extra point attempt. Unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. And before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away. And we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spend a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Hurry up, here we go. No, check, Patriot.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll find a man. That's Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Solomon Thomas in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
That's how we do it.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Saints on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now back to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. The toss play to Mixon. And some room to work. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
The Saints on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Now let's go.
They'll set up to throw, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
On the mental focus of the whole
that's
thing.
true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. This one away by the punter, Dar. This is brought in at the 21. Back now here live in New Orleans. Slot man moves right. Back to throw Beathard. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll run here with Mixon. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Beathard. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up a couple of...
And for the 4th time tonight, they're going to take him down, and this time it gets him a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt. Team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Mixon. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
To throw is Beathard. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. The play fake. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here's Beathard to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take that total at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Now they run with Mixon. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Mixon. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hurry up, here we go.
On the toss, Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. 23 yards on the play. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Let's go. All right, now look at 56.
He'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.